Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two. I love that you joined us. And my guest today is Robin, which is an amazing company, and she fears like it's failing and or will fail. And I think that's not uncommon for a lot of people in the world. And this is powerful. And welcome to the work. Welcome to self-inquiry. Let's move into part two.
Yeah, I go quick. I have a lot of shame in it that it doesn't. Mm. Mm. Like somehow I should have known how, or I should know how, or I'm being irresponsible that it doesn't. I'm not doing enough. And so it's just very heavy. A lot of people count on it, and it's like, I can't seem to figure it out.
And then one of your kids want a drink of water
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of that, or to help you with, need you to help them with a homework problem or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. And I grew up in this kind of anxiety, and I don't want them to grow up in this kind of anxiety. So I'm aware, I'm not perfect, but I'm aware. But
Well, it's like my worry is valid. I'm trying to support my family here. You kids be quiet. I'm working. Yeah. Yeah. And this is all for you, by the way. Oh, gosh.
more we play it like we don't want them to know. So it's like burning in here,
Like they don't know, like they
Right.
don't know the difference. They have no idea it's about the company or anything, but
They know what's happening. Yeah, they know.
yeah, there's mom that's their mom, and then there's mom that's
Worried.
yikes, worried. Who would
Yeah.
you be without the thought, I want my company to make enough money to break even?
I think I would be grateful for the company existing today. Like I like it, and it's like,
Oh, there
it's,
it is. There it is. You like it.
yeah.
You like it. This is your passion.
Yeah, we send superhero capes to kids, with disabilities. It's like
I'm not surprised.
it's like powerful, and it's yesterday I got an email that they cremated their daughter in the cape, so it's like it matters. I feel that is why I'm still doing it. If I didn't have that, I would have been out 10 years ago. And then there's this like weight of like, what if I cause it to fail? And I have access to this area of freedom. And I've been working very hard to like get there. And I resist these feelings so much that they keep coming.
I do. I get it. I wanted to make my company to make enough money to break even. Turned around, I don't want my company to make enough money to break even. Ponder that. Those of you new to the work, we turn these around to ponder. to meditate in, to get still in. I see how I react when I believe the thought I wanted to make enough money to break even. And when I turn it around after the 4 questions, I sit in. I don't want my company to make enough money to break even. What, as you as you ponder that, what arises in you when you entertain that?
A little bit a little bit of, like, rebellion, which I have in me,
Yeah.
a little bit like, I don't do things the way that most people do things, and it's like, that kind of made me smile. It's like, first it made me confused, and then it was like, "Oh, that's funny. I don't know. Like, what if I don't want it to?"
Yeah, so that's why I say just ponder this. Just get still. Doesn't mean it's true. It's just a window unavailable to us without self-inquiry.
Mhm.
I don't want my company to make enough money to break even. So look at you managing the company. What does that cost you? Like your kids, they want a drink of water, dinner's late. Um, it's pizza again tonight. Um, I don't want to make enough money to break even. There are times in my life that my company is the last thing on my mind. That's a beautiful thing. My family appreciates it.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that you don't, but notice those times when it's not even in your head that I want my company to make enough money to break even. That notice those times because we're so busy feeling guilty over what we can't give our family when we're like this that we're out of touch with what.
Yeah. Recently, I've found a lot of gratitude that my company hasn't made enough money because I know I wouldn't have made the progress I have made with that security.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you love a challenge.
I don't, but I love where I've gotten, and I know I would never have gotten here. So it's like, wow, thank you for that, because I would have missed all of this. And I would have missed a lot, you know? And it's like, I would love someday to have financial security and this, but I would have had financial security at the cost of this. That was big because I really felt that, and I hadn't felt that.
These windows that self-inquiry opening, these openings that happen through self-inquiry where we can see what the ego otherwise would leave us blind to as victims.
Mm. What is the ego trying to protect?
Its identity as I am failing, I am succeeding, I. For my family, I think, and it's true, but it's for my my family. I mean, it's,
And without that, we just can experience.
well, let's continue and see, because I love where your mind was able to go, and I don't want to make enough money to break even. So why would your life, your husband, your children's life be better with if you did not make enough money to break even, and the company failed. Knowing you, knowing your husband, knowing how your kids, they're they're manageable when you're working. There's support.
I can't get to it being good because my kids love it. And I don't want it to go away. I will be okay if it goes away, but I don't want it to go away.
Okay, so that's you're noticing, and
Which
the
a year ago I did want it to go away.
and the thing to ponder is, I don't want it, my company to make enough money to break even. It's as though we're superstitious and we don't really drop into what kind of freedom that might be. We drop into, oh, what would it cost us if it did fail? But this turnaround is not about that. It's
Okay.
meditating in, I don't want my company to make enough money to break even. So many of us, when we find the work, we see it as dangerous. No, this is you with you.
Yeah, I can't nothing's gonna happen from yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I can also get excited about fresh starts.
Look at you. Look at you. Yeah.
And I suppose that the company failing doesn't mean that the work I do has to go away. Hmm.
I don't want my company to make enough money to break even. That would give me more time with my family. We could take that vacation that we haven't had time for. We could, all these things we could do, and I'd do another startup.
So all my mind is like, no, you couldn't do any of those things because then you wouldn't have any money.
Yeah, we just heard from a man that went on a walk and just found the love of his life.
People. Yeah. Oh,
Humanity and water and people. And he didn't
yeah.
put
Yeah.
people out that day. He just had an open mind.
Yeah.
And
I also
and
can envision
and he didn't have to pay to get into the park.
yeah. I can also envision a very different life than the one we thought we should have.
Yeah. Even if it were only 48 hours before you do that next startup with the same company again.
Yeah.
I don't want my company to make enough money to break even. It would get me out of this
Cool.
pressure cooker long enough to it'd be like waking up in a spa without the spa. It's just life without the pressure. Like,
Because I do feel a lot of pressure because there's debt. And it's like, not only do I need to break even, I need to recover.
no, I get all of that. I get all of that. And
But there's
I'm still,
freedom in failing. There's freedom in it failing.
especially, honey, we've just met you and nothing's going to stop you. Nothing's going to stop you. God, we have the most, ooh, but a little break.
Mm.
And sometimes we can only get it when, that's what we experience. Because all of my business, it's it was traveling and big
Mm.
events, and it just was amazing. And boom, and Just canceling this, canceling that, canceling this, canceling that, canceling this, canceling that, all this freedom, and the boom, go online. No one has to pay. Just go online, give what I can give, expecting nothing in return.
Well, I'll tell you my experience. My experience is I read this book and I was like, man, what I would give to ask her some questions. And then I found the podcast. I was like, who are these people she's talking to? And then I was like, oh my gosh, you can come on a Zoom? Unheard of.
Yeah, yeah, truly. And it's so weird because it's like every human being in the world. If we were sane,
I know.
okay, there you are, and it's okay to charge. But there you are. That's okay, sweetie. Let's look at 3. What advice in that situation where you're believing that your company will fail?
The advice I wrote down, which is what I think when I'm in that, is like, I should figure it out.
What else? How do you react when you think the thought?
I mean, it's
My company will fail. My company is failing. What advice would you offer when you think the thought? My company is failing, and you think the thought, I should figure it out.
feels like an awful lot of pressure. And it also is completely defeating because I've been trying to figure it out for 11 years. And this is the lesson that keeps coming, is like that, like, it's still here and it's never broke even. And you're like, why? Why? We recently figured out, oh, I don't want a big company. So we don't have any employees. It's just me and my husband now, and it's so freeing. I'm so happy. But it's like you think,
Well, you're figuring it out.
yeah, I'm figuring it out. I am figuring it out.
Yeah. You're doing all the right things, honey.
Thank you.
Just
Patience.
when you love what you do, which you obviously do, this what you've written on these worksheet takes the joy out of it, and the automatic creativity that is so different than the creativity that comes out of worry, even though it can be so valuable.
Mhm.
It's not
It takes, yeah, it takes the life out of it.
There it is.
And they feel that, you know?
You do, for sure.
Yeah,
It starts to be a job rather than a gift, the gift you give.
it was a job. It's been a job for a very long time. Yeah.
I should figure it out, turned around, I should not figure it out.
I should not figure it out. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that it took 13 billion years for this moment to get here, and it's probably exactly as it should be. I like that. And I think that makes a lot of sense. And trying to figure it out doesn't align with that. And not figuring it out requires like trust and faith, which is at my heart. It's just scary, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why it's called faith.
Yeah, authenticity, the ego does have a problem with,
Mm.
because the ego is false, and by nature, everything is beautiful. But what we're thinking and believing about the world could use a little work. Let's look at 4. In that situation, to be happy, what do you need? In that situation where you're thinking the thought, our business, it's going to fail.
What I'm thinking during that time is I know how much money we need to make today, and we need to make that much money today. And so but it's a loop, you know? It's a loop because you can't actually force that. So, like, my
No,
happiness
I'm
is
doing self-inquiry. I leave out the word because.
okay.
Yeah, and I answered the question. To be happy, I need to make that much money today. Is it true?
No, no.
Honey, let that in. It's not just, when you're sitting in self-inquiry, it's not just something you say because you get it,
You feel it, yeah.
feel it. Yeah.
Um,
To be happy, I need to make that much money today. Is it true?
no. In fact, that's what's making me unhappy. That thought is what's making me unhappy.
You get this. You're really smart. You get this. You don't need to make that much money today to be happy.
No.
And you put this company together with that in mind to be happy.
Yeah, and I actually know I can't guarantee I would be happy if it did make enough money today. Like, that actually has no merit on my happiness.
Wow. Well, wow. Oh my gosh. That is so good for all of us to know about life. If I lost my home, I lost Stephen, I lost my children, grandchildren, I lost my granddogs, would I be happy?
We have a lot of examples in the world of people who have lost all of that and are happy.
Happiness is a state of mind. It's a state of mind, and I don't have to have stuff
Hmm.
to experience sanity.
But stuff often complicates that. Stuff gets in the way of that more than it helps that.
Also, no stuff gets in the way of that. It's finding balance. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you lost all your children's, oh, your family lost everything. You'd still, if you had millions of dollars, if you're believing it here, you would believe it then. I need to make this much money today. It's the ego's thing.
Mm. And like so many of my families lose a lot, but don't have this and suffer greatly. Hmm.
Happiness is a state of mind without a con job, because that's not ever going to work.
Yeah, it just has nothing to do with the
Yeah.
money here.
Real thing, real happiness, with or without. I have so much experience. I have so much experience in this where I can say, I've lost everything. And I'm
Mhm.
not talking about COVID and this company. I've lost everything, and it did not touch
Mm.
this state of mind. In fact, it enhanced it.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
believe that.
oh my gosh, I lost everything. It's like an ocean wave that comes in and just takes everything out. And I've just got this clean slate.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Cry or appreciate?
In fact, I can feel the lightness I would feel.
Yeah, and this is a friendly universe, but what we're thinking and believing about it, we could use a little work, and we're certainly looking at that now. And and the name of your company is Tiny Superheroes.
Mhm.
You can be an adult, an adult hero. Let's look at 5.
So, what do I think of me in this situation? Like when I wrote this down, not just now, because we've changed some things now, but I
We're more aware by the time we get through 1, we're more aware when we get to 2, working all the way down to 6. Yeah, we're more enlightened. And this is a point where a lot of us stop and say, "Oh, I get it." And no, it's 1 through 6. It's not 1 through 4 or 1 through 5 or 1 through 2. It's, just go all the way, because I have set this up from that time on the floor. I could see the ego only, it thinks that I want, I need, I should, you shouldn't, that's it. It's all in this work 3, 1 through 6. It leaves nothing out. And it's just, it's how to hack the ego, just allow it. It's like you have, just allow it to live on paper. It's living in you anyway, from your head to paper, and then question it and see what's under that fear. And
Mhm.
oh boy, is it, solutions are there, never boxed in. So 5, in that situation where I'm worried about heroes will fail. I am,
I feel I've done something wrong.
I am,
Feeling I've done something wrong. I'm feeling shame. It reminds me of a Moira. I think I'm saying it right, maybe, but it's like I've never thought of it as punishment. I've thought of it as like consequence.
mhm. Yeah,
So now this,
it's in this world of cause and effect, it's you've done something wrong. Is it true? So look back. You started the company. It's kept you afloat for how long?
11 years.
11 years. You're you're sitting at your desk this morning believing you've done something wrong. You've done something wrong. Is it true? Now, this is a time to do inventory. If your answer is yes, specifically make your list. And you see how you react when you believe the thought through 1 through 4. I've done something wrong. Is it true? Okay, and make your list and have your husband help you and have your children help you. And you can extend it beyond your company. It all serves the family,
Mhm.
which gives you a better work life. You've done something wrong. Is it true? When you think the thought, your company's going to fail, ponder. You've done something wrong. Is it true?
I actually don't think I've done something wrong in the way that I'm believing I've done something wrong. I've done things that you learn and would do different,
Okay, make that list.
of what I would have done, what I would do different. Yeah, like the first one comes to mind is like, I wouldn't have taken on debt.
Okay, so anytime you find a necessity to take on more debt, necessity is different than luxury. Just notice. What else? I've done something wrong. Is it true? Look at the yes. What? Anything else on that list? When you split your time between your family and the business, how does that affect your business from your end, from your creative end,
Um,
your day life?
we kind of have a decent setup because my kids are in school. So it's like I work when they're in school. So
Okay, so when they're not in school, I've done something wrong. Is it true? We're just testing. Is it true?
I don't think it's true. I think it would make
So
me
you-
feel better if it was.
On the other side of our time together, you can ask your husband
Yeah. Okay.
and ask your kids. You don't have to tell them that the business isn't what you want it to be. Just say, you know, I'm right up there with your dad, CEO of this company that supports us. And in your time with uh, with your mom and dad, you know, on on and it comes to the business that supports the family, what do you see that I have done wrong? Anything? You see anything that you see that I may have missed? And and you'd use your own language for that.
Yeah.
And then if you listen closely, you don't have to ask them because when they're upset, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
And they have. Yeah, like, God, Mom, you never pay attention to me. It's always, him, her, the business, whatever. Just good listening. Who would you be without the thought this morning at your computer when you're looking at the numbers, you're looking at it, you're thinking the thought on my company is going to fail? Who would you be without the thought, I've done something wrong, something
I
to be ashamed of?
Today I would have I would be more creative and open to finding the needs of the people that I care about.
You know, that is so powerful. And you could just throw it out there. What do you need that I'm missing?
Mhm.
All love and sign your name.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, they'll
I
let you
love
know.
that.
They'll support you to grow that company, that you're not the only one that loves and appreciates it.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, because that's who you're supporting. It's reciprocal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I love all of you, your comments. Oh, just priceless. I've done something wrong, something to be ashamed of, turned around. I've done something right, something I'm proud of.
Mhm.
So run your list. If if the community on this call is as open as I am, I'm really curious. I want to know.
What I'm proud of?
Uh-huh. You've done something right,
Yeah.
something to be proud of. 11 years of family support. There's one.
Yeah. I've given my kids the life experience of being with people who are different than them.
Ha ha ha. What kind of parents, children have that opportunity.
Unfortunately, not many. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So you might thank your base for that.
Hmm.
Just say, you affect my world, my children's world.
I love that.
Well, honey, it's a partnership when you love.
Yeah. When my kids see anyone with a disability, they demand that we make sure they have a cape. And it comes in love, right? So people are afraid of that, but it's like, no, when you're approaching with love, it's not offensive, it's kind. And then my kids taught me that, and I'm proud that I've given moms a community that they really needed.
Ooh, I've done something right, something to be proud of. And honey, your list, you could go on and on and on and on. And if you run out of responding to that, to this turnaround, your husband can add to the list, your children can add to the list, your base can add to that list. You can ask them. It's a partnership.
Yeah. They wanted to succeed as much as I wanted to succeed. Yeah.
Not all of them. I'm
No.
betting. A
Yeah.
lot of them wish, we have different states of mind, like on what might it look like um, I'm not quite sure, but different states of minds are envious. And, if I were doing it, I would do it this, and why did she say that? And why did it done? They're always, and they grow you as well.
Yeah.
My enemies, apparent enemies, there can never be, they hold for me what I'm maybe not aware of yet.
Yeah.
So the enemy is a friend and the friend is a friend.
Yeah.
Non-duality in this friendly universe. That's how it works. No downside in this world other than what we're thinking and believing about it.
Mm.
Give me one more, honey. I've done something right, something to be proud of.
I give families opportunities to spend quality time together every month.
Another one.
I've given some kids a lot more confidence than they had.
On your number one, my company will fail. Even if you shut it down right now.
I was just thinking my company can't fail. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And if it should, it frees you up for something else. And you've got a
Yeah.
lot of experience and you've got a lot of family support and you've got a great partner there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. My company can't fail.
No, you've put so much good out there in the world and done so much good that that's remembered whether we like it or not. Me being everyone that's ever experienced your company and taken advantage of it.
Yeah, the superhero cape won't disintegrate, so they see it. That's very freeing.
Now that would be you. There you are.
It made me think, I can't fail, which is even more powerful.
There's fear and then there's enlightenment. And fear is not world friendly.
No, it's not. Spent a lot of time with it. It never got friendly.
That's what this work is all about, identifying the fear, these thoughts on your worksheet, for example. We identify the fear and we question it, turn it around and try it on because we could be wrong about what we're thinking and believing. And the ego's job is to obliterate everything other than what it's offering up. It's identity, an attempt at identity. And ego is a state of mind. It can never be physical. So that's a hopeless quest. But it seems to run our life until we wake up to this ego just wanting to live as a human.
And I thought it was me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that it might not even be true. I didn't know. If we should teach this to children.
Oh, honey, there is a thing. There is a thing. It's the Thinking Project, and get in touch with Rachel.
Okay.
And it's the work for children.
Okay. Oh, I cannot.
It is just
Gosh.
killing it out there in the elementary classrooms. I mean, her pilot.
I have a big community of children that need it.
Oh boy, get in touch with that pumpkin. She is on fire.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
It reminds me a lot of you. Let's look at 6.
What I don't ever want to experience again is living in being stuck in fight or flight.
I'm willing to be stuck in fight or flight.
I'm not willing to be stuck in flight or fight.
Could happen again.
Could happen again.
Yeah, so I'm willing to.
Oh, I'm willing to. I'm willing to. Okay.
I'm willing to be stuck in fight or flight because, that gives me my next worksheet.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm fearful, that's another worksheet because fear is a state of mind and it goes against our true nature. It can never win. It's just that's why it feels like suffering.
Can I tell you something I realized this morning? So this feeling that I don't like, I have in the last year, I have added meditation and yoga and walking. I'm like, no, I don't want it. I don't want, right? And it's kind of still there. And I was getting frustrated. And then it was like, oh my gosh. So now time with God removes it. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I needed vitamin B and I kept taking vitamin D, it would not help. But as soon as I start taking vitamin B, and if I keep taking vitamin B, then I'm good. And if time with God takes that feeling away, and walking helps, but not that, and meditation helps, but not that, then what do I need to do? I need to spend more time with God. And it's like, well, that is
what I invite you to is to spend more time in the ego, move it from your head to paper and clean up all that stuff. The ego's not going to stop, it's fighting for survival.
Yeah.
And it can never survive. It's a state of mind. It can never survive as I. It's a hypnotic trance. It moves us from exactly what you just became aware of, and we're pointing to it, for all of us. I'm willing to be stuck in fight or flight. I look forward to
I look forward to being stuck in fight or flight.
Yeah. Why? Because fight or flight, it's a fear is a state of mind. And we can identify what we're thinking and believing in that state of mind and move it from our head to paper and sit with it just in the way that you so generously and courageously have shown us. And we all got to witness that in our time together. And honey, I am so grateful that
I am so grateful.
family.
Thank you. Like genuinely, I hope you know how deeply I mean that.
Yeah, take this to your base.
I am going to.
Meaning, take this, I need a boost, how can I make this company better for you?
Mhm.
Where do I fall short? Send me your list.
I love it.
Yeah, boy, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's why I love this community so much. It's just, you're us, we're you, we're the human race.
Mhm.
We're not special people. We're people sitting in self-inquiry, doing the best that we can. Yeah, honey, and thank you for,
Thank you so much, all of you, for listening.
as and thank you for being our teacher today. And let's get some takeaways to see what people glean from our time with you. Linda. Hi, Linda. What did you become aware of? What was your experience? What's up?
What did I become aware of? Even
Now,
even
what's your
more about.
takeaway?
Sorry,
What's your takeaway?
that my ego is even bigger than I wish, and that I have a lot to do at the moment.
Well,
That-
we identify and work it, or
Mhm.
we just live with it. And what is the best we can do in the world? We eat it down, we drink it down, we medicate it down, we exercise it down. But this that's all good and well, but oh my goodness, this, this, in the absence of peace, I can move it from my head to paper, just the way Robin showed us today, from my head to paper, and meditate in that. And honey, those questions and turnarounds is so valuable today. Robin, and if she can do it, we can certainly do it. What's going on?
Oh, I'm the first time in my life a mother, and I'm living in the US. I left Germany to marry my husband, and the first 2 years in New York, and I'm very exhausted since a year. He's a 1-year-old boy now, and I'm nursing in the nights, and I'm not sleeping well, and that's a lot at the moment.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And I want to give him a better childhood than I had, and yeah,
Yeah.
I just hope that I'm coming back to more love and peace inside soon.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Judge your baby, write it down, ask for questions and turn it around. Do worksheets on that pumpkin. My gosh, he won't let me sleep. He won't let you sleep. Is it true? Just a worksheet on that gift, because when our states of mind sometimes don't see those little darlings as such a gift. So yeah, so worksheet, honey, worksheet. Is there anything else you want to share, you dear, dear, dear?
I don't know right now. Probably.
Honey, what comes to my mind is and experience with my grandbabies when they were babies. is to, hi, hi you, hi you, I see you, I see you.
You see it, Katie? Yeah.
Well, that's working. Hi, pumpkin. Hi, hi you. Oh, you keeping mommy up? You are. So you just look so successful.
Yeah.
Hi, you. Oh my gosh, I'm in baby heaven. Oh my gosh. Can't
Yeah.
your mom is going to do a worksheet on you. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sweetie. And
Oh,
if you need any help, go to that helpline. And and one thing you might take to One Belief at a Time worksheet is my baby won't allow me to sleep
yeah.
and or get enough rest. And go to the helpline if you're new to the work and have them support you in that. In other words, they'll hold you in self-inquiry until you understand how to ride that bicycle, and automatically. And 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 when you find examples for those turnarounds, you'd be amazed what's there
Mhm.
that that you're already aware of, but you're not taking advantage of it because your ego talks you out of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Honey, thank you for checking in. You
Thank you.
did you enjoy the walk through the park in Germany this morning? Did you hear Niels? I think it was Niels.
I saw the Chinese girl yesterday. She was in Germany, and that was touching.
Yeah, that was touching. And then there was someone else from Germany today. So and then there's
Oh,
you, and I'm right in there with you. I love Germany so much. The years I've spent in Germany, and so great.
oh, you've been okay.
Yeah.
I come next week, and maybe I can speak more and have a topic. I mean, I have
Oh,
topics, but
well,
also just
we do have a podcast that you can sit in when you rock the baby and or just whenever and yeah. Thanks, honey. Marianne. Hi, Marianne. What's your takeaway?
Oh, Kitty, I found it really helpful, and Robin was so forthcoming and
Mm, mm,
wonderful. And
mm,
I
mm.
really so what I do is I do a worksheet with my own stuff simultaneous to Robin's work, and I get a lot out of it. And
Yeah.
I I just feel like, I worked on my dad, and I felt like I want my dad's approval. And I'm in my 70s. And I'm like, my dad's been gone for 25 years. But it's,
You still want his approval?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I've done my work on my dad, and I thought it was done. And it's not.
Well, you thought it was done, and then your ego came up with a better, another trip. So unfinished business, it's just not done until it's done. And I can say my work's done, but that ends in a question mark. I have no idea. When you do this work, eventually it becomes that question mark becomes like an implant. It's like, I've done my work and it's done.
Yeah,
Feels like
exactly.
done my work and it's done. You guys hear hear how that ends in a question mark? It's I've done my work and it's done. It's just it begins to like self-inquiry gives you a life of inquiry.
Kitty, it's true. And I was laughing and crying and sobbing, and I just was at peace with that.
Yeah. Isn't it just the oddest thing to just be crying and
It is.
and you're peaceful?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the ego is just left as a physical, but the mind has shifted. And then eventually the ego catches up with that peace and finds a home in your heart.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's looking for a home. That's all, is identity.
Yeah.
There's
So
room for that, and there's room for everything in the heart, and that's simple. Love.
So to remind myself, I've been taking the positive beliefs I've been finding, and I've been putting that on another sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps me to become the person I want to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Finding your turnarounds and moving them as
Yes,
on another
exactly right.
sheet. That's beautiful.
That's exactly what I've been doing. And it helps me to remind myself who I really am, who I've become.
Yeah. Gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, that is so beautiful.
Thank you for your work.
Oh, honey, thank you for your open mind. And all of you, thank you for something beautiful. And Robin, thank you for being our teacher today. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time at homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.